Hey YouTube, it's your boy Mizuki back with another video, and in today's video I decided to venture into unknown territory and discuss something that not a single Peroxide YouTuber has yet discussed. Yes guys, in today's video we'll be bad Peroxide fan, bad, and criticize the living crap out of the three main builds in the game. Yes guys, in today's video I'll basically be the bully and point out every single flaw of each of these builds has. And now for each I mean the strength, the spirit, and the hybrid build. If y'all have been watching me for a bit, y'all know that I like to divide my videos into segments. Therefore, for that matter, I've created three parts of this video. The first part is obviously overview and the basic info, where I'll let y'all bots know what a build is. Just kidding. The second part will be the video, which is of course me being an awesome person, flaming the crap out of every single one of these builds. And lastly, I'll give one of these three builds the dookiest build reward in the third segment. So first, second, third. Okay, good. It'll probably be decided by which build got the most flaws. But anyways, y'all know me. I talk to players, I read Trellos, watch videos, and of course, I play most of these builds. Therefore, I know my craft, and without holding y'all back, let's get right into the video. Now right off the bat, let's go over the basics. In Peroxide, each player can choose from three builds: the hybrid, the strength, and the spirit. And no, not vitality. Vitality isn't a build unless you want to get smoked. Don't do it, please. I personally come from the standpoint of a spirit player, therefore my range is widened by keto. My range is widened, yes. My keto moves are strengthened, and ability damage is buffed too. While a strength build relies solely on M1 damage, he has increased kendo move damage, and obviously increased M2. Basically strength stuff orientated, and of course a hybrid is a piece of both worlds. Now majority of the times you'll see spirit players such as myself running around mainly because of the moves in the game are majority of the times spirit scaled. Like I'd say 75% of the moves are spirit scaled, therefore you'll see more spirit players running around. Now anyways, moving on into the cons. Now right off the bat, let's begin with the hybrid build. Now the problem with hybrid is there are many. First things first, as a hybrid player, you're basically not good at anything, but better than everybody, if that's how you put it. And what I mean by that is you have access to both spirit and strength based combos, but you're not as strong as all the other players that fully commit to one or the other builds. Meaning that you'll have to get adapted to playing both builds, which is hard because that's double the amount of things you gotta learn. And in the end, you won't do as much damage as you could have if you committed to either one. I personally call hybrids the lost ones because normally new players are hybrids until they realize that they're more of a either spirit or a strength player. Then they reset their stats and move on. But yeah, hybrid is kind of dookie in my opinion, since you're basically a foreigner on every field. Foreigner, yeah. Moving right along, we got cons of the spirit build. Now spirit has got many pros, but also many cons. For example, the most common one being we're literally stick weak, like really weak. M1s isn't something that spirit players lean towards. That's why you'll see us playing our cards from far range. Unless you're stunned, then spirits capitalize. But even if spirits do go for M1s, it's normally not damage to be worried about. Second con of spirits is our extremely long move cooldowns. I mean, it's absurd. Once a spirit user uses his move, you gotta wait like 3.5 years for the move to come back. Well, I'm obviously exaggerating. But in the meantime, you kinda gotta distract your opponent with whatever you got. It's pretty rough. The third con of a spirit user is that we're hella easy to perfect lock and perfect dodge. Because Sarahs normally take a hella long of a time to charge up, and that's enough time for someone to brace. Also, majority of the spear moves, like a good chunk, around 90%, take hella long to charge up, leaving a window open to pop us or obviously brace, but it's still not that easy though. Now moving on to our strength users. Strength is nice in many ways, but it does contain some flaws. Its biggest one being that very little moves do scale with strength, therefore you gotta get lucky with reses or specials you get while leading with strength, since if you get the wrong clan or res or whatever, you can be in some trouble. Another problem with strength is since it's obviously M1 and physical attack orientated build, you're not going to have any long range moves, leaving you pretty open for a majority of the players, since majority are spirit and spirit are very long distance, especially when we realize you're a strength build, so expect some chasing to occur. Also put a good chunk of points into vitality since you'll probably need it. Now, with that out of the way, moving along to the worst build award. Now, upon examining thoroughly and reviewing the notes taken throughout the seminar. Alright, on a real note, I feel like it's pretty obvious which build everybody should steer away from. Yes guys, hybrids. Like, don't get me wrong, I like hybrids, and if you learn to play this build, it could be hella useful. But I'd say for the majority of the players, leaning towards one of the two main builds is probably more wise, since you don't have to get used to too many things at once. Also, you'll never be exactly good at a certain thing, your power is distributed, and you'll always be low on spirit, strength, and vitality. It's a pretty big hassle, so yeah, here you go hybrid. But aside from that, I hope y'all took away something from today's video, especially if any of y'all are looking to begin a new account and are resetting your stat points. I hope this broke down and simplified things for y'all. Of course, each of these builds has a lot of pros to them. As a matter of fact, if this video does reach 10k views and 50 likes, I'll gladly drop a pros video, since I've collected quite a bit throughout my mini research. But yeah, on that note, like, sub, all the proper things, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.